Donuts, this fraternity ritual is genuinely insane and it's just been exposed on the internet. Hello Donuts, today we're going to be covering the wildest thing I think we've ever covered on this channel. Disturbing fraternity hazing exposed by cops. This is an 18-minute video that is full body cam police footage of a police going into a fraternity and exposing their rituals that were taking place. Now for people that don't know, a fraternity is basically like an organization that people have in America when they're in universities or colleges as they call them over there. Now in movies, these fraternities are often glamorized to be this really positive thing. However, they actually can be really, really negative. A lot of fraternities say that they're built on brotherhood and being together and everybody comes together. Not literally. Hopefully not. I mean, we're probably going to see that later in this video. That would be disgusting, but the timing would be great. Anyway, these fraternities are meant to help people kind of find friends in colleges and build lifelong relationships with friends. That's what they're kind of marketed as. However, to join a lot of fraternities, you need to go through something that is called hazing. Now, the actual definition of this refers to any dangerous or humiliating or illegal activity forced upon new members, pledges, as part of an initiation process, regardless of their consent. So already you know that you're not probably going to be painting the bottom of a yogurt cup, bit niche, or saying what your favourite colour is. Most likely you're going to have to swallow someone's piss or something a lot worse. Now, I think the most worrying word in that is regardless of their consent. Like, if you want to join a fraternity, you don't really have a say in doing it, because if you don't do it, they don't allow you in. So this kind of gives the people who are in charge of these fraternities a lot of power to kind of do whatever the hell they want to you, to humiliate you in the worst possible way. Now, there is a variety of hazing techniques a lot of these fraternities use. A lot of it can be down to like forced alcohol or drug consumption, like they will force you to take a certain substance or drink a certain alcohol until you pass out or you're sick. Another tactic is actual like physical abuse, like they will actually harm you until you're crying, and that's like the humiliation ritual. Honestly, men are so weird. Like, why would you do this? How is this fun for anybody? Another tactic is like deprivation of sleep, like they will make you stay up for as long as possible, which would probably be the worst for me. I love bed. Or they will make you wear like humiliating clothes in public just to, you know, kind of really, really destroy your self-esteem. And possibly the worst of all these is some fraternities do rituals, and these rituals might go back for many years that this fraternity has always done, and that's what we're going to look at later in this video, the one that just got exposed publicly. But before we do look at it, I do think it's important to note that a lot of people actually die from hazing. This is why this situation that has just happened is absolutely mental. There was the case of Timothy Piazza, who was a 19-year-old lad that joined a fraternity, and because of hazing, he actually unfortunately lost his life. He was found unresponsive the next morning after drinking a large amount of alcohol during an initiation event known as the obstacle course and failing multiple times. An autopsy estimated that Piazza had consumed several times the legal limit for alcohol the night of the pledge event. He also suffered severe head and abdominal injuries. He ended up in the basement the next morning, but it took members 40 minutes after finding Piazza injured and unconscious before they summoned help. Now, the reason I'm mentioning this is because even when someone is hurt by a ritual like this, and time is of the essence, obviously, to help this person, they still kind of look out for themselves, which kind of disproves this being about brotherhood. And apparently from 1969 all the way up until 2021, every single year of, you know, new college students coming to a fraternity, at least one person has died, and that's over 200 people in total. So what I'm trying to say is these are absolutely deadly, and, you know, you might look at someone in your college and think they're completely normal, and they may have had to go through this just to be accepted into their frat house. Now, obviously, these rituals and events and the whole hazing process is very private because they're known as illegal activities. Like, you can't actually do them. You will be arrested for them, as many people have before. However, 4 days ago, police actually unearthed a live hazing that was taking place at a fraternity, and we actually have the body cam footage, the 18-minute video that has been uploaded to YouTube.
Police and firefighters responded to the Alpha Delta Phi fraternity house after a fire alarm went off.
Straight away, the name Alpha Delta 5. Oh, like, oh, where, man? That's a bit of an ick. Oh, where do you stay? I stay at Alpha Delta 5. Oh, do you? Well, can you get away from me, please? Because you stink. Like, is this cool in America if someone's in a frat house? Like, if this was in the UK, people would just be like, that's really sad, mate. But you live in a house with loads of lads and you all just kind of like do rituals and walk around shirtless. Are you sure that you guys are into women?
Pretty good, how are you? Good.
Already, it is very eerie. Like, nobody is speaking. We can hear the noise from the telly. I already have a bad impression of what's to come. Logan Paul just leaving the scene there before it gets hot. Doesn't want another cancellation.
Hey guys, what's going on here?
Okay, so this is in the pitch black.
What's going on?
While downstairs checking the fire alarm, officers stumble upon a fraternity hazing situation.
Sam Hell's.
Yeah, I'll definitely need 133 here.
This is the alarm here.
Alright, who's in charge?
He's definitely in charge. Who's in charge? Charge? Isn't that what a rhino does? I've never seen somebody that looks like they belong in a frat house. Genuinely, when I've watched like Bad Neighbours, the movie and stuff like that, I've thought, oh, they're probably like, you know, just playing on stereotypes here. No, these people actually do look like this. He can't say, man.
Looks
It
like we
ruins
have
the brotherhood.
Quite a bit of hazing. So I'm gonna ask again, who's in charge?
We can talk upstairs.
No, we're gonna talk right here. Who's in charge?
A couple of us are. I don't know.
I mean, a couple of us, you know, I don't know, but you just said a couple of us, so you know something. Just speak it with your chest, sir. It's popping through your 2-size small vest.
Okay, well, we need to find someone who's in charge, because this is ridiculous. Hey, this stops here, guys. This is a police department. This stops here.
Okay. So, a few theories here. They could be doing the mannequin challenge. I know that was quite a big hit within America. This could be the line for Bonnie Blue. Don't think it is either of those. I think this could be a hazing. You know, something about these people like all against a wall with blindfolds on. These guys against this pillar. This guy clearly has got blood going all the way down his shirt and they've had something thrown off them. Like everyone's in blindfolds here and they're not moving. There's this guy who must be one of the leaders that is kind of like keeping them there. I don't know if these people have been like so manipulated that if they speak they will get in trouble or they will be hurt even more. This is really, really worrying. And the fact that this could be someone that you know or you walk past, like taking part in things like this is so creepy.
Who's in charge?
They're upstairs.
How about we start cleaning this up? Everyone take their blindfolds off.
What's wrong with this, by the way, officer? Can we not keep the blindfolds on? A little bit of blood and thrown guts off people never hurt anyone. In the basement that's in pitch black? What, do you not do this when you get home? What happens behind closed doors stays behind closed doors, Mr. Officer. I am so gobsmacked at this. Genuinely. Like, it's how scared they all look. I don't know if it's because they know that they can possibly go to prison for, like, taking part in this. I don't know if it's that why they're scared. Or they're scared that, you know, the owners are going to hurt them. Honestly, if I was in America and I had to sign up to be in a fraternity and they were like, oh, by the way, we're gonna like, you know, make you bleed and everything, I'd be like, you know what, it's a bit intense, I'll just stay at home. You know, I don't need this in my life, you know, I've got anxiety, you know, this is just gonna push us over the edge. This can only do negative things to my nervous system. This is so creepy. I'm surprised they're like, they're alone.
Multiple commands to clear the room and get out of here, but no one's moving. Apparently they're taking this pretty serious.
Yes.
You in charge?
You said.
Still haven't found out who's in charge?
But they're acting as if they're part of the mafia. You know, like they're not gonna like be a snitch. You're in a fraternity. Just talk. Like it's not that deep. Like yous all think you're mint because yous are like this brotherhood and yous like, I don't know, throw shit off each other. Yous aren't in the mafia. Like it's really not that serious.
House Dad?
Where's he at?
Summit. Working on Summit.
Summit. That's cool.
So,
So,
you have
obviously-
something else coming here?
yeah, Lieutenant's coming.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Definitely figure out why you wouldn't let me pass you initially.
Questionable.
Yeah.
I get it.
I would probably be calling your house dad or whoever to get him here.
Americans are so funny. Yeah, we have a house dad. What, you're here for the TV license? Ask the house dad. He's our daddy. Like, this is so cringe. Is this like the next wave of like politicians and stuff in America?
He's probably in charge, right? Unless someone else is in charge.
A lot of I don't have his numbers.
Yeah.
Which probably is that. Yeah.
Wait, you don't have the house dad's number? What, did he go to the shop for a pint of milk and never return? Just give the number, you clearly have it. Or what happens if he's the house dad all along? That's an early prediction for this video.
He's gonna have the fire alarm go set off and just run. It's manual. Goes off. So
What's wrong with his voice? No offense, but like it seems like he's lost his voice. Is that from him shouting at all of those people in the basement? I guarantee it is. He sounds like Mickey Mouse right now. Like, where is your voice gone, sir? And this does not look like the clubhouse. Okay?
This one's the hallway here. How it got set off, I'm not sure.
I don't think it was down here. It's upstairs.
I can tell you it was this one.
Oh, you're asking why the fire alarm went off? This hazing was just so fire, man. That's why... Nah, I'm cringing myself out. Sorry, guys. I'll probably ask Hannah to cut that. Hannah, cut that. Please, Hannah, don't leave it in.
Oh, they're supposed to stay. You guys had to do this too, huh? No. I don't know what this is.
You didn't know what this is. Like, this is just the first time you're seeing this. I don't know about you, but like in my house, if someone was downstairs doing some sort of like human sacrifice or ritual with like a bunch of people, I feel like I would have a little bit of an indication that it was going on. You know, I'd be like, what's all that noise? Right? Are people getting hit down there? I think I would know. Maybe I'm giving myself too much credit.
It's not like you guys didn't know there was 15, 20 people down in your basement. Come on. It's not that dumb.
I'm getting a little frustrated that no one's telling me who's in charge of what's going on right
I can
here.
help you out, but I'm not in charge.
Literally,
I'd like to help you, but I'm not in charge.
yeah. I mean, we asked you to call your house dad. And you said
I don't have
He's
his number.
working.
Like,
How do you not? He's your house
no
dad. How do you
fucking
not
fire
have his
here, so
number?
I don't see it.
Okay, and what are you doing here?
He's a living. He lives upstairs.
Oh, so you do live here.
He
No,
lives
I don't.
Yeah.
Here.
His mates just absolutely pitted him out there. No, he does live here. He literally lives in the room upstairs. No, I don't, Chad. Shut up, Chad. Sorry, this guy is too casual. Why are you blocking the hazing room like this? Clearly you don't want them to go in. This guy knows more than he's letting off. I've never seen somebody so obviously involved in a hazing in all my life. Lost his voice and he's protecting the door.
So my name's Lieutenant Carlson, University of Police Department. Who's in charge of the house?
Our house dad's at Summit.
Okay, we need him now.
He's at Summit.
What is Summit? What is Summit? To any Americans watching, what actually is Summit? Because people are saying it's the top of a mountain, and I doubt the house dad is on top of a mountain right now. Surely if anybody's gonna be at the ritual of the house dad's gonna be there. They're on top of a mountain. Or is Summit like just a college? Like, is he at the college? I'm so confused what they mean by Summit.
Here's the deal, from what I'm being told, this is like shutting down chapter type stuff. I need to start talking now.
It's 1 o'clock.
Yeah, that's fine. I need to talk to people.
You call Summit.
Can I call Summit?
Yep.
I'm not calling Summit.
I have no contact with Summit. You hear
We're
my
not being
voice.
very helpful.
No, they're
Nobody
not.
in here has any way to contact the guy that's in charge of this house.
This guy is so clearly lying. I guarantee this guy has got the house dad's number in his favourites. What you can see as well, sneakily, like he's blocking the door here and there's not anyone on this wall anymore. Like there's two guys like clearly in a group talking, but nobody is here. So clearly they're trying to hide whatever was going on here. I believe this is why he's blocking the door, just buying them some time.
In the apartment. So we're only making the situation that much worse.
I have no contact.
Okay, we need to find somebody that does.
No one does. He's a house dad.
Aren't you all supposed to have contact with him?
I never see him.
What's his name?
Eric. Eric, you don't know his last name?
Eric Magneto. Never see him. He's always with the X-Men.
A couple different code violations.
So what's going on in here? You don't know? You're just blocking the door so we can't see you live here. How does nobody live here then? Just hanging out?
You tell me.
No, you tell me.
I don't know.
You go to University of Iowa?
I do.
You do? What's your major?
Business.
Business? What's your name?
Why?
Just wondering what your name is.
Jose.
Jose? Jose, what's your last name?
Why?
Just wondering who I'm talking to.
I want to tell you that.
Hmm?
I don't want to tell you that.
Well, why don't you want to tell them that if you're not doing anything wrong? Also, the fact that this guy's studying business, like imagine this guy goes into some sort of like business management role and you have to work under him knowing that he's been doing this kind of thing allegedly at college. Like, I feel like I would just be so shocked. I'd be like, oh my god, like this guy used to torture people in his college. Like, I really don't want to mess up here.
Okay, how old are you?
21.
All right,
Want to see my ID?
yeah, you got an ID or anything to prove?
Okay, so a minute ago he wasn't going to say his name, now he's suggesting they see his ID.
I think it's fake.
Huh?
I think it's fake.
You think it's fake? You think it's fake or you know it's fake? There's two different things there. Campus 142, one by DL, number at Iowa when you're ready.
It's definitely not Jose.
I go by Jose.
I need to talk to these people here. I need to step over here.
I'll step inside.
Okay.
Like, even that, the fact he's saying, I step inside, this guy is clearly one of the instigators of it. Because if he stepped outside, the people that are inside who are, you know, getting kind of, like, humiliated, they're going to be more inclined to speak to the police if they know that he's not there. So he's making sure that he's there so he can keep an eye on anybody that does snitch. This is really, really dark.
Is anyone in here that needs medical attention? Is anyone here that is against their will? Is there anyone here who is not participating in this? I.e. a leader?
Is there anyone with any sort of physical injury?
Bro, it's the way that they're all saying it in unison. It's the weirdest thing.
It's almost like this about with the guy standing here.
I don't like it. I don't like it, okay? It's like a horror movie. You know that movie, Weapons? Where all the kids, like, leave the house and they're all kind of just standing there? This is what it's like. It's like, you know, Stranger Things? When Billy tries to get everyone from the town in that basement in front of the mind flayer. You know what I mean? Everyone's just standing there and then everyone goes. It's exactly like that. This is the weirdest ever. Why would you want to be a part of this, though? That's what I'm really struggling to understand. Like, how can you think this is a cool thing to do? I understand from, like, a guy's perspective, it can be hard to find, like, friends, I guess, especially if you're moving to a new city or something and you think that this is the way to do it. But this is not the way to do it, because these people clearly do not care about you if they're willing to physically hurt you. Like, in the UK, the worst type of ritual we have like this that I can think of is, like, whenever you join a new football team, you have to sing a song in front of people, and that's meant to be really embarrassing. We have nothing like this from what I've seen. From what I know, we don't have much stuff like this, but I have heard rumors of, like, really, really rich kind of people in their, like, boarding private schools doing something similar, but that's just, like, alleged.
What's all over you guys?
It's just water.
Just water? What's on that dude's tie?
I'm not sure if someone.
You? Come here.
Serena. Does it look like it's.
Nope. You're gonna stand right over there.
Why?
Because I'm telling it to.
It's my house.
It's your house. You're responsible for it.
Oh, so it's your house now? You said you didn't live here 2 minutes ago, Jose. Oh, found you out. No way, Jose, that you're telling the truth.
Tuck in right there. Get up against the wall. Come over here.
It's like they're possessed.
You're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna stand with your buddy over here.
Okay, this guy clearly, you know, this is a wound here. This guy's been hit in his chest somehow. The way that he stood up there, though, he was like the Undertaker. Why did he just go? Felt like I'm watching Jacob Elordi and Frankenstein or something.
Milliken, take these two, ask some questions about what's going on their arms. So, are you responsible for the house? No? Okay, who's the house dad?
I just told you he works at f***ing Summit. Go call him. Go there and
What
fucking
was his
Summit.
name?
Eric, I told you.
Okay.
Why are you asking me?
Because it sounds like you're responsible for the house.
No,
Sounds like you have some idea of what's going on.
no.
You're not very forthcoming with everything.
How about you ask the f***ing house dad? Who are you, 30 years
Two
old?
we're trying to get a hold of.
Okay, go call him.
You're definitely.
Please.
But how are we meant to call someone that we only know the first name of? Go call Eric. It's like, yes, but, like, how many Erics are there in this city? It's going to take some time, sir. I'm convinced that Jose is actually the house dad, or the guy with the cap and the vest. One of them are the house dads. They might be a duo house dad, you know, just, right? And they're both boys. We don't know.
Yes, sir. Let's take a look at him. Step back. I don't know you, dude.
This is
back up.
private property. I can stay here.
Yeah, but right now we're investigating something that's going on.
Investigating what? There's nothing going on.
Oh my god, there's so many, man.
Does anyone want to be forthcoming on what's going on? Anyone? Because you got to see it from my perspective. What the did I just walk into?
Can you imagine? You just went round to your mates for tea, and I don't know, you went to the toilet and you just can't find it. You're like, oh, it must be downstairs, and you walk into this. Genuinely, like, I would just be horrified. I think I would faint on the spot. I'd just, like, open the door, go, no, just shut that. I'm just gonna leave.
Okay, you two. The reason I pulled you guys aside. We're here for public safety at this point. What's on your arms?
Oh.
Where are you guys going now?
Bro, that is not water that is on their arms and stuff. That is, I don't know, I don't even want to say what it is. I know what I'm thinking what it is. Like, what, is this guy just got, like, you know, that's clearly some sort of substance on his neck here. Unless it's flour. But I doubt it. I highly doubt they're throwing flour off each other in this hazing.
127, can I get you back down here? What's on your neck?
I don't know. I can't see.
Like, look how Jose is always there. This is so clearly the guy that's in charge of everything, because even this guy is looking over to him when he's answering, just making sure that he's okay. It makes me think, what will happen to these people if they him up? Like, will something severe actually happen? Because we've heard about all of the deaths within hazing. It's really, really harrowing, this, like.
That looks like blood, is it? Shining your light. Is it blood?
That's what I'm asking.
I'll taste it.
No.
Okay.
Why would he taste it, Jose? Oh yeah, that is blood, actually. Yeah. Ooh, that's that. Flavoured with a little bit of paprika, I think.
Do you see why we're here? Why we're asking questions?
I don't know. You got the wrong guy.
No, I think we've got the right guy.
I was gonna ask those guys questions, and then he told them all to start heading out.
What's up?
I was gonna ask those two guys questions, but then they all started following out.
They left.
No, I stopped them, but he was...
Misunderstood. Did you pull these guys out?
No, I went to go talk to those guys, and then they started coming out.
Why did we come out?
So I said that. I said they should come out.
You said it?
I did.
So you're in charge. I know you said you're not in charge.
You're not in charge.
This Jose guy isn't. He thinks he's like insanely clever, but he's not. He just keeps putting his foot in it. He's clearly the guy in charge. He keeps saying he's not, so that legally, like, he can't get in trouble for it. Like, yeah, it's so obvious that he is.
Okay. You president?
Yes.
Step aside.
The officers finally speak to the fraternity president.
I'm going to tell you first and foremost.
Imagine that, your fella's a fraternity president. Oh. What does your fella do for a living? Oh, he's the president. Really? Of a fraternity.
A little frustrated, but we're going to get through it, okay? What's going on tonight?
It's their lead up to initiation.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the deal with what are we doing in the basement?
It's basically a ritual where they're blindfolded.
Okay.
And get messed with.
Okay. So
I mean, at least this guy's being honest. Like, that's he's not scared to be honest. He's literally saying, yeah, it's literally a ritual. Like, you know, they're blindfolded. I rate this a lot more than what Jose was doing, trying to act cool and trying to, like, intimidate the police. This is how you get out of it, just by being honest and just kind of, I guess, not telling them everything. Which, by the way, they should.
The entire time that we've been here, which has now been, I think, 15, 20 minutes, we have been demanding to speak to somebody in charge. Where nobody knows you, apparently, in the house.
Okay.
Nobody knows who's in charge. Like, here's the deal. We have a hazing event, right? We're going to do a report because we responded to a fire alarm. Which we were trying to get people to evacuate because of the fire alarm. But from my understanding, you guys refused to evacuate from a fire alarm. After an officer is ordering everybody to vacate the premise. And then on top of that, we find this hazing event. We want to speak to somebody. Nobody knows anything. Nobody knows anyone. Nobody knows what's going on. This is going in a report. The University of Iowa is going to see this.
Okay.
And with the stuff going around across the country, students dying from hazing events, I'm not saying it's to that level. I'm not saying any, but the university has a very, very strict policy on hazing. If I can't talk to people, and if people aren't going to cooperate with me, that's their right. They don't have to speak to me. However, that means only my observations are going to go into this report.
That's exactly what I was saying. Like, if they were just cooperative with it and went, oh, we're just having fun, and they showed that they were kind of, nobody was getting hurt or anything, then they probably wouldn't have looked as suspicious. But clearly people were getting hurt because the way that they acted was so guilty. Clearly they knew they were breaking the law here. And I imagine that Jose guy will be like applauded by everyone because he didn't like give in to the police. But in reality, Jose is a loser. He's not cool. He'll be 50 years old talking about this hazing experience as if it was like the pinnacle of his life. He will peak here. This will be Jose's peak.
I'm telling you right now, it's going to look worse than if people can kind of explain to us what's going on, right? Because then I can at least put your guys' side of the story in it as well. So I guess I want to know what we got going on. Like, you're saying it's a ritual prior to initiation?
Yes.
Okay. I guess I'm asking for some cooperation and some coordination with your people here.
One thing I will say is the police officer isn't that great. He's talking a lot, but he's not actually getting any information out of this guy. He's doing all of the talking. He's asking the guy yes or no questions, which is very easy to answer. He's not getting him to talk. I don't know why he's doing this.
Tell your people, like, hey, if that's what people need to do, just politely tell us that, right? So I guess I'm looking for you to kind of be a leader here and help us out a little bit and start trying to keep everybody in line. Okay?
I apologize.
Okay, let's go back inside.
I just want to, if we can get that guy out of there, I just want to coordinate some way to make sure that there's no injuries, there's nothing.
Where did
Which
which
guy
president?
was it?
Yeah.
It's not.
Okay. I just texted him. I said, shit. I told him you gotta leave.
It's your guys' house.
Okay.
However, if the supervisor of the house, president, says he is not welcome here, then I'm going to escort him off property.
I think
If he refuses that, then he's going to be arrested.
Yeah,
We'll walk him out. Yep.
Okay,
We'll
I
make
would,
sure of that.
I would take care of that because
Yeah, I
the
would.
longer
Chris,
he
you wanna
stays
go?
here,
Yeah.
I mean, he's getting close to being arrested.
The next day, police pay a visit to Joseph's apartment after he was very uncooperative the day before. After 10 minutes of talking, he again proved to be uncooperative and difficult to deal with.
So you interjecting yourself into that conversation, what good does that?
They don't need to talk to the cops. I don't even.
Why are
speak to
you
right
deciding who they need to talk to,
now.
though?
I'm just saying, they're my buddies. They're my friends.
Right. The police are doing an investigation.
About what?
They're trying to figure out what's going on in that
What is?
room.
What was going on in the room? What have you heard?
Imagine being in a relationship with this guy. He would ruin your life. This guy is a master gaslighter. He thinks he's clever because he's getting them to answer. He's been what have you heard? He's trying not to land himself in it. But every single time he talks, he makes himself look more guilty. So he's just doing the complete opposite of what he thinks he is actually doing. He's not this genius. He's just a loser that likes to intimidate people.
So they're doing an investigation.
Yep.
You don't dictate the investigation, right?
Yeah,
that's for the police. That's for us to investigate, right?
Yeah, I get that.
Right. You understand that.
Yeah.
So why are you dictating who the police can talk to and can't talk to?
I'm just telling my buddies not to talk to them. That's it.
Okay. So you're interfering with the police officers'
Not at all.
job.
Not at all.
He
never said, "Oh, if you don't get away, you're getting arrested." He never said that once.
He did tell you to step away. He
I
told you to
stepped there
walk
for a
away.
second, and then he said it again. I walked away.
No, you didn't.
Okay.
So he asked you
I
to
would,
walk
I would
away.
like to end this conversation right now, please.
Okay.
I would like to have a word here.
Okay.
And if there's anything actually happening, you can call me again. But it's been a pleasure. Thanks, fellas.
I guarantee that Jose's favourite movie is The Wolf of Wall Street, and he can recite it word for word.
Well, I didn't catch your name.
So this is Lieutenant Travis Tyrell.
Travis.
122, I'll take you. What'd you say your name was?
Joseph.
All right, Joseph. All right, so unfortunately for you, at this point, you're being placed under arrest. You can put your hands behind your back.
Joseph was arrested for interference with official acts in connection with the hazing incident. Those charges would be dropped a year later. The Alpha Delta Phi fraternity was suspended through 2029 for hazing.
Oh my god, that was the best ending ever. I'm so glad that he actually did get repercussions for his actions, because he was thinking that he was absolutely mint, and like I said, the cops were well within their rights to arrest him there. Obviously, the charges were dropped a year later, but that definitely would have scared him, and the fact that that fraternity is no longer kind of, you know, acting 4 years later, that is incredible. I am intrigued to hear your opinion in the comments, Donuts. Like, do you think that, you know, this should have been, like, exposed? Do you think fraternities should be able to do this if they're all friends? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, Donuts. If you do want to watch a video from me where I cover another situation that is going on right now, the rise and fall of Kai Cenat, genuinely, he has one of the craziest up and down stories within streaming and just influence in general. So if you want to go and watch that, click that video. I'll see you over there. Bye-bye.
Camkirkham, baby!